has drillers hungry and some residents worried.
This is absolutely not safe.
The White House is calling tonight's State of the Union must-see TV. We've got a preview of what the president will address.
We've come up with a plan to let our fans buy into.
And why the Broncos aren't buying a former Denver Mayor's plans for Mile High Stadium.
Denver 7 starts right now.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Ann Trujillo. The federal government is squaring off against local Colorado communities, and your safety may be at stake.
So at issue here is whether the Department of Justice should give local police departments federal funding to help officers if their community's been labeled as sanctuary city.
Denver 7's Lance Hernandez has found one community where the impact of this standoff is affecting officers on our streets.
Tiny Mountain View covers 12 city blocks. The 11-officer department protects a population of 528 people. Last year, Mountain View PD applied for a grant to pay for new police radios. The money and radios are on hold, while the Justice Department checks to make sure that Mountain View is not a sanctuary city.
I just think that's totally inappropriate.
Denver DA Beth McCann says the new Justice Department policy is wrong.
Here's a small police department that needs to do their job, and they need equipment to do it. And to hold up the money for law enforcement based on federal policy, I think that's wrong.
McCann feels so strongly about it that she filed a court brief yesterday supporting a lawsuit by the city of Los Angeles against the Justice Department. She said the federal government needs to enforce immigration law and let local police departments focus on local priorities, or cases will fall through the cracks.
There have already been some cases dismissed in the city attorney's office because victims and witnesses of crime are afraid to show up.
Denver's city attorney says she takes the DOJ threats seriously.
Our priority from day one has been to protect public safety by ensuring that victims of crime and witnesses to crime will continue to report crime while complying with federal law. And we think we've done both of those things here in Denver.
Now, I reached out to the Department of Justice to ask about the Mountain View situation, and I was told that grant money is being delayed because of litigation and because of a nationwide injunction issued by one federal district court. In Mountain View, Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
Tonight, we're learning more about the man who ambushed Douglas County deputies on New Year's Eve, killing one of them. New emails show that Matthew Reel threatened to sue his own mother, Susan. Susan Reel had taken his weapons from him after Matthew was placed on a mental health hold by the VA, and she reluctantly gave those guns back to avoid legal action. Susan Reel was not the first person to raise red flags about her son's behavior. College professors and classmates both referred to him as unstable. You can read more about all that on the free Denver 7 app.
You know that this is wrong. There is nothing safe about this.
Everybody has a voice, right? Yeah. So let's be respectful of that, all right? Or else we're going to clear the room. Everybody understand?
Public outcry is growing as oil and gas companies attempt to drill more wells near schools and homes. Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski is leading the way in the coverage. All sides of this debate in this neighborhood drilling issue here. This is not going away, and you learn more about how the state plans to deal with it.
You're exactly right. It is not going away. And with the price of crude oil on the rise, experts say the oil and gas boom in Colorado is just beginning. Operators have recently announced more than $2 billion in drilling deals. That's also big money for the state of Colorado. They're betting on one of the least explored shale oil deposits in the country, which just so happens to be surrounded by new homes and established subdivisions in northern Colorado.
The economics of drilling here in the basin